are back. DIScontent is our content. I'm here with Scotty Bender. Scotty.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are listening or what time frame you're in.
Hot start. American Murder. Yeah. We got Daniel Penny. We got Luigi Mangione. Scotty, compare, contrast. Let's start with Daniel Penny. Tell us all about it.
Daniel Penny recently was found not guilty of homicide, negligent homicide in the case of the choke that killed or...
I was going to say the chokehold around the world.
Yes, the chokehold around the world on Mr. Jordan Neely. So a couple weeks back, the manslaughter charge was dropped by the judge. They pushed forward with the negligent homicide, which, again, a jury of his peers found him not guilty this week. So he is a free man. And
how do you feel about that, personally? Scotty Bender,
personally, right decision. Unfortunate situation, but the right call. Again, do I think he went in to try to, murder this person? Absolutely not. He didn't get on the subway that day thinking I'm going to choke some guy out for harassing folks, on the subway train. He did what he thought was right. He's a military guy.
Well, let's set that up. Jordan Neely is the victim. Mm-hmm. What happened on that subway?
Yes. Yeah. So he was harassing or bothering people and making threatening gestures and comments. And Penny stood up.
He's a homeless person with mental issues.
Correct.
He was asking for help, according to some eyewitnesses.
Correct.
And considered a nuisance or bothered by others.
Correct.
Daniel Penny intervened because he considered him a threat or was making threatening gestures.
Yep. Correct.
Chokehold ensues.
Correct.
For 10 minutes.
A long time.
Until death?
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what happened. But again, I don't think he meant, I think there was also some underlying conditions that Jordan Neely was suffering from that may have contributed or attributed to his death with the chokehold, combining the two or the three, whatever he had going on. I don't know. I just don't think it was a murder, and I think it was the right decision to acquit him. It's a very unfortunate situation. I mean, people are hailing him as a hero. I don't know if I'd go that far.
Not a hero.
No, not a hero. I'm saying people are hailing him as a hero. And
define people, because I think we both know who.
The right.
Fox News?
Correct.
Fair and balanced?
No, I don't think it's been that fair and balanced. I mean, as you know my views on where I stand on the political scene, but I don't think it's being fair. Quite honestly, I don't think they are. I think they're over the top with this guy, and again, glorifying what he did. And there's no glory about what happened here. It's an unfortunate situation. It's sad. If someone lost a son, someone lost a family member, a friend, or regardless of the guy's situation, right? He was down and out. I mean, homeless, drug issues. I don't know the exact number, but multiple arrests or, just a guy in and out of trouble. I mean, he was no stranger to the, NYPD. And obviously didn't get the help he needed. That's a bigger issue here. That's really what, we got to get these folks off the street and help them.
But you were happy that Penny escaped jail time.
I am. I'm not happy that, though, there's, that I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm glad that, Jordan Neely died. That's terrible. And he didn't deserve that. No.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So, yeah. The situation that's unfolding in America that we're seeing is the right is standing behind Daniel Penny. J.D. Vance, Donald Trump, they're inviting him to the Army-Navy game.
Yep.
He's being treated a lot like we saw with Kyle Rittenhouse. He's being held up as a hero. Fox News is glorifying him. And then on the other side, you have Luigi Mangione.
I did get a message from the Mangione family that he is not related to Gap or Chuck. Just want to make that very clear.
Okay.
They're listening. Some folks might be listening to the podcast. We just want to make sure there is no relation to Gap or Chuck Mangione.
That's good. We were getting questions.
Yeah, we were. A lot of questions about it. So, especially because they're from Rochester, and this is where we're from. So, yeah.
Tell us about Luigi, the situation. What's unfolded this week, the latest in that story?
The latest that's been unfolding is, well, first of all, they're trying to extradite him to New York, which he was fighting, which I think recently, though, I heard he's going along with. He has retained a very high-profile lawyer in New York, so I think we're going to be seeing him coming back for trial. So, combing through the evidence, there's still a lot of stuff that they're trying to uncover. First it was like, oh, he was unhappy with United Healthcare because, he was a client and they didn't process a claim and his mom, but that's not what happened. So I think there's more of a deeper dive into actually why this individual decided to kill Brian Thompson. I don't know if it was something that he personally had affected him by United Healthcare, or if it was just the overall health system in general that he was upset with, which seems to be what's kind of coming out here in the wash.
Yeah, that does seem to be the case. It may be just a general grudge against healthcare. Maybe it was a victim of opportunity. Brian Thompson was right place, right time for Luigi's purpose. But what we're seeing, the opposite of what Fox News, there are people on the left kind of glorifying Luigi as someone who is taking that step in like a class warfare type situation. What do you think of that?
Again, it's funny you say that because you're right. In certain corners, he is being lauded as a hero, a martyr, out there. A lot of folks, I even think I saw, Michael Moore came out and said something basically, because he did that documentary Sicko. So he, was kind of someone who is not supporting Luigi, but saying, oh, people are driven to do this. That's what I'm hearing a lot of, that people, they understand why he did this. Oh, he's driven to do this. The healthcare system, the way it's set up and the way it denies claims and it's causing people to die. And I can see where someone would be pushed to possibly, do what he did against Brian Thompson, unfortunately, assassination.
I can't believe Scotty Benner's quoting Michael Moore.
Yeah.
Wow. We've come a long way, baby.
And it's, I'm going to just kind of play the other side of the coin here.
Okay.
Being in insurance, I am not defending the insurance companies, but I always used to tell people, when I, because I have, I dabbled in insurance for many, many years, still do. Think about some of the things. Now, don't get me wrong. Are the insurance companies, do they make a lot of money? Is there a lot of things wrong with the current system? 100%. But then I wonder if the system wasn't there, how bad things would be, how much, surgeries cost and things cost. And I don't want to say I understand the denial process, but I've just being involved, seeing a lot of people that were clients of mine that were looking to have things done that were necessary. Okay.
Yeah.
So they deny things. Again, it's on an individual basis. I get people that would, be at events or something and be like, oh, your insurance company did this, that, and the other thing, or I was denied. There's always a story behind it. And, they always blame the insurance companies. And a lot of times there's doctors on, I'm going to go a deeper level. There's doctors out there that manage by sending people for MRIs and things that aren't needed or giving them prescription drugs. They manage the easiest way for somebody because the system's so clogged with patients and they have no, there were shortage of doctors out there, go try to get a doctor visit, a new doctor visit. And here in my local, you can't find a doctor, and then when you do, they give you X amount of time. So what are doctors doing? They're just trying to manage through medication and manage through sending someone to a specialist or sending someone to get a test that may not or be warranted. So insurance companies, they have to protect their bottom line. They can't just approve everything. So again, I'm not here defending United Healthcare or the insurance industry, but I just know that there's just more variables than, oh, they're terrible. They're the evil empire. They're denying claims. They don't want to pay anything. They want people to die. That's not what's going on. Or, again, this is totally, I'm not going to go on this conversation, but I also look at an athlete, like Juan Soto making upwards of almost $600 million to hit a baseball.
760.
Yeah, there you go. To hit a baseball. And I'm a huge sports fan. I love baseball, but I can play that argument. Like, we're giving this guy that much money to go out and hit a baseball, and there's so much important things out there in our society and people that do things that really you should be rewarded for, and they're not. And I get it. The market drives it. We're baseball fans. It's not his fault for taking it. It's not baseball. It's society who is driving that. And it's
yeah. The difference there is I'll pay $40 to watch Soto play baseball.
Right.
I won't pay $40 to watch you process a claim.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
So now it's time to cool off. Scotty, what's going on this week?
Being personally or just in general?
Yeah. What have you been up to?
It's funny you bring up, healthcare. I recently, due to my age, I have to, you have to have a colonoscopy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Had an interesting conversation with a nurse the other day who called to kind of button it all up, with some questions about my health that kind of turned quite comical a little bit.
Oh, do tell, I think.
Right. So
I might regret that. Hang on. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah. So, so the colonoscopy, they got a phone call the other day, pre-op call, just was like, Mr. Ritchie, Mr. Bender, having, gotta hear they're having a colonoscopy and have a couple questions for you just before we get started. They went through the COVID questions. Have I been out of the country, sick, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And then she asked me a question. She asked me, how often do you move your bowels? I'm like, what? And she said, how often do you move your bowels? And I'm like, I don't know. I said, I wear boxers. I said, I sit all day. I said, for my job. I said, I get up, walk around. I said, they move then. And she's like, excuse me. She's, what are you talking about? I was like, you're asking me how often I move my balls. And she's like, no. How often do you move your bowels? I said, oh. I said, you might want to ask how many times, do I, take a dump, basically, because the way she was using balls and bowels, it got mixed up. And she was asking me, really, how often do you move your bowels? And I thought she was asking how often do I move my balls? And it was, kind of got a chuckle out of it. But just on the healthcare front here. So, and my colonoscopy did get approved.
Oh,
okay.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. So I next week I'm going to go and experience that.
All right.
Yeah. So say your prayers for me.
Well, how often? So you get up a few times during the day, so you're moving your balls a lot.
Oh, a lot. They wear boxers, so they're not constricted.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought she was. I thought it was very strange that she was asking me that. I'm sitting there going, what the heck does moving my balls have to do with a colonoscopy? But again, it's just her. She had, just a misunderstanding.
Did you ask her what she was wearing?
No. I should have. No. But anyway, I just had a little funny story about it. But we're on the healthcare thing, so I just.
No, that was perfect. Excellent. Now, let's get to our trending topics of the week. Scotty, you're going to kick us off with something I know you're dying to talk about: weight loss drugs.
Yes. Weight loss drugs. Oh, boy. Where do I start with weight loss drugs? I could tell you that every other commercial I see on TV is a weight loss drug. Everyone looks happy that they have the underlying disease for the weight loss drug. I mean, I've never seen so many people happy and dancing around the fact they have diabetes, checking their A1C there. Now, I found this a stat very interesting, big guy. Mm-hmm. The United States is only one of 2 countries that is allowed to advertise drug products, RX products, to the public directly through advertising. Right. Do you know what the other country is? There's 2 countries. This is, for our trivia. We don't do a lot of trivia, but there's some trivia out there for our listeners.
I do not know.
New Zealand.
Wow.
Yeah. The Kiwis.
So there's a lot of problems going on down there.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
So 2 of the only countries that allow to, companies to market directly to customers through television. I thought it was interesting. But these commercials, big guy, have you seen them? Come on. I mean,
unavoidable.
No,
They're
unavoidable.
constant.
And you and I, we talked offline earlier. Was
I like how you said we talked offline. We're literally sitting in the same chairs. It was like 5 minutes ago.
We talked offline. We'll take this offline. Isn't that the big corporate buzzword? You're right. It's just constant, just pounding, feeding of these commercials. I can't imagine the amount of money. I mean, I can imagine that gets spent on these commercials. I mean, they're everywhere. And it's just the commentary of our country. It's just that, everything, take a pill. And now these, and these drugs were supposedly, used for blood sugar monitoring, and now it's like a weight loss. Everyone's doing it. It's like the hip thing to do. I mean, I don't know if anyone saw the South Park episode, which is great. If you haven't, about the Ozempic and Cartman. And then the commercials themselves are just idiotic. I mean, it's like they're marketing to the most mindless people in the world. The one Jardy's commercial I think of is a lady dancing, and she's just all excited, and she, everyone cannot wait to take their Jardians, and it's almost encouraging people to embrace these health conditions which are not funny. They're deadly. They kill people, thousands and thousands of people every day.
You were asking me offline.
Yep.
How these commercials could be so bad. And I was telling you that these are probably the most studied and marketed, tested and analyzed commercials of all time. Because every single thing that goes into these have been analyzed. So when you see the shots and the music and everything about them is targeted to the audience to get the desired result. This is marketing drilled down to it in an exact science. This is the kind of thing that if I don't know if like Hitler were to see it, he would go, oh, that's good. It's it's an impressive degree of propaganda.
Correct. Like you said, Goebbels would be proud. It just constant. You're right. We talk about kids being on their phones and the social media that goes to these phones, to these just not just kids, but I'm just sitting there thinking about this. People that are sitting around watching TV all day, and they're seniors, and they're just getting bombarded, sensory overload with these drugs, and they, and eventually you start thinking that's the answer. When do we start educating people on how to eat healthy and live a healthy lifestyle? And avoid.
If you watch the news. Whether it's like your 6:30 national news,
yep,
or it's your favorite news channel, Newsmax, Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, you're going to see the majority of the advertising is drug related, or collector plates and coins. Either way,
buy gold.
Yeah, it's targeted to our older generation, and it's all about taking advantage of that.
And I have to say this. So when I talk about these commercials, just like they're dummied down, like the one that really, the Jardians commercial, the redheaded girl that's dancing in the office, and they're doing their little dance, and then she's trying to be very helpful to everybody. And the one that I can't get over is she goes into this copier room, and there's this overweight white guy, doofus, standing there trying to hit the copier. He's sitting there pressing the button to make a copy. It's not working. Well, lo and behold, she walks in and she plugs in the copier, and it works. Oh my God. Like, this dolt didn't know that the copier was turned off. I mean, anyone that's used a copier in their lifetime, it's, you see it's on with lights, and I don't get it. Like, he said that he would have sat there all day trying to press the button, but this woman comes in who's the Jardian's spokesperson, the lead dancer, and she's got all the answers. So it's insulting. That
classic dumb white guy.
Yeah, right. That's what it was. Just a goof, and I'm sorry, but it's insulting, and the people, like the marketing media companies that are making these commercials, I just, all right, let's get a guy. All right, so how can we push this drug? All right, so what I want you to do is I want her to go in. This guy's hitting the copier. It's not on. He doesn't realize it's not plugged in because he's a dolt, and we're just going to have her save the day. what the heck does that have to do with anything? You know, I don't know. I digress, but it's I think just because, being somewhat involved in TV, throughout my life a little bit, I'm very critical of commercials, and some of the commercials are just, majority of the commercials out there are just, not just drug commercials, they're all just stupid. And I don't know. But anyway, the drug commercials are just, it's worse, it's bad, and it's, so.
Yeah, and thanks for your commentary. If you'd like to be a sponsor of Your Discontent is Our Content, I'm just kidding. It'd be a good time to advertise that we need advertisers. That's all.
Yeah.
No, please. Next up, I'm going to talk today about drones. It's a trending topic.
Oof, wow.
It's been major in the news of late. If you've been looking at the nighttime sky for drones, you're not alone. In New Jersey, it's been everywhere. The drones have been over the night sky in Ohio, Virginia, Maryland, and as far west as San Diego. They've
Correct.
been in other countries. The drones have been described as being the size of black SUVs.
Like a Denali?
Yes, can you imagine?
Can you imagine just sitting there with your wife and out the window, like, oh, there goes a Denali.
Yeah, what's that in the sky? Well, it looks like a Denali. Good heavens.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, these are not your normal drones. It raises a lot of questions. What's going on? Who's in charge here? Why have nothing's been done is what I'm trying. Nothing's been done.
Nothing.
It's been going on
zilch.
every day, every night, except Thanksgiving.
That is a funny stat. I think they came out since November 18th. They've been in the sky every night around 6:30 when it gets dark. But Thanksgiving Day was the only day. Nothing. So I doubt that it's a foreign conspiracy, because I don't think they would take Thanksgiving into place. Yeah, we're just going to hold off on spying for today. We're going to give the American people their Thanksgiving Day off. I don't think so. I think it's obviously our government. Yeah, I think it is, because if it wasn't, there would be definitely some concern. And the fact they're not telling us what it is, and they're not telling us it's a bad thing, makes me think it's us. I mean, who else would be able to occupy that space, like airspace like that? There's no way. If that really was a foreign threat, I got to believe they would handle it. What do you think?
Well, and that is the other part of the issue. These drones are flying over restricted airspace.
Correct.
They're flying over military targets. They're flying over Bedminster Golf Club, where Trump is.
Yep.
They're flying over Langley, home of the FBI.
Yep.
They're flying over battleships in the Pacific off of San Diego coast. This is not normal.
No.
This is not... these are not your father's drones. Is that an expression? Do we say that in America? Father's drones? No. But Washington got involved this week. Congress is raising questions. Senators are asking questions. Speaker of the House Johnson is demanding answers. The government has to step up and say something. So far, what they've said is, we've reviewed the videos, and some of them are actually airplanes and not drones. What a great response.
Great response.
Let's give it up for the government. They've analyzed some of the videos, and some of them are not drones.
Correct. They keep saying they're manned. It could be an airplane. So I think there was an expert that says that airplanes move. It may not appear that they're moving very fast, but they're moving at hundreds of miles per hour, and that's what's going on. The one thing I will say is that this isn't a blue, red, green, yellow situation. This is nonpartisan. I mean, everybody is Democrats. Everyone is up in arms over this.
This is Earth.
Yeah, this is Earth. Right? This is human beings.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see that. So it's a concern with everybody. But again, I just never seen anything like no one has any answers. It is a little.
And when you see a wide shot of the night sky, there have been some photos. There are multiple drones in an area. This isn't a case where oh, there's one drone in a 20-mile area. No, there's like 7 of them.
Correct.
In a 20-mile area. It is a weird situation. We hope there is more news to come, and we'll be keeping an eye on it. If you do have a comment, don't forget our text or our voicemail line is 585-431-6739. We will be taking your questions and comments. We have a question coming up later, and we have a commercial break coming up right now.
Oh, commercial.
Scotty.
Another sponsor, sure.
It's your turn this week.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready?
I think so. I think if I think this, I didn't review the commercial. I assume that, yeah. I'm just going to read it.
I'm going to pop it up for you.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Ooh, okay.
Yeah. This is actually your product. Is this normal? Is this?
Yep, Bender's Bed House. Yep.
Okay. Let me, there's a graphic too?
Yeah, I think there is. I think so.
Wow.
One of our interns.
Oh my gosh.
One of our interns did that for us.
What? Okay.
Yes, we have interns on this show, believe it or not.
That looks, what is, okay. This, I guess, go ahead, Scotty.
Okay. So really excited to roll out this not just this commercial, but this new service that I'm offering. Bender's Bet House. Yes, that's right. Bender's Bet House. Fans, now your chance to win big and place bets with me, Scotty Bender. That's right. Sports betting is now legal, and I'm taking all bets. You can bet on the Bills going to the Super Bowl. I think they have a great chance. I'll give you odds that make your water buffalo hat spin. Okay? Somebody call the doctor, is what your wife will be saying when she sees the money you'll be bringing home. Bender's Bet House is taking bets on all sports. Want to bet the ponies? Pony up a couple of Franklins, and you got it, tough guy. All you have to do is call.
Wait a minute, Scott.
What?
Oh,
I'm in the middle of this. What?
Yeah. Are you taking bets yourself?
Yes, I am. That's right. It's Bender's Bet House. I'm taking bets. Who's playing Monday night? I think it's Falcons at Vegas. You want Raiders +9?
No, Scotty.
No. I'll put you down for a hundo.
Wait. Falcons? Wait a minute. +9?
Yeah, at home.
No.
Yeah, come on. Quick hundo. Come on, I'll put you down. I got my little book here. I'll put you right in here.
Sports gambling is legal. You're correct. But you still have to be like licensed with, like affiliated with a casino, that kind of stuff.
No. Wait. No. Sports betting, first of all, is legit. It is legal. And look, I told you, I have my little black book. I keep track of everything right here in my book.
Yeah, that's not good.
What's no good?
You're a bookie.
No. Again, legal bookie. Legal. This is all legal, big guy.
That's an oxymoron.
No, my friend Az does it all the time.
Oh, that's a regular moron.
What are you saying? This isn't legal?
No, we should probably take this off the air.
Scott, nobody call 911.
Scotty, this is not good. All right. We're all
right. I'm going to put my book away. I didn't know. I thought we needed sponsors. I went out, started up my own thing here, and apparently it's...
I don't know why you thought that. Well, first off, I'm going to talk to you about that Falcons game. +9 and at home?
Yeah. And it's going... Spaces are filling up quick. So, again, you let me know what you need. I got you.
Did you come up with that line yourself?
No.
Okay. All right. Hundo, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, all right. We'll be right back.
On the waves of the ocean.
The perfect getaway when it's cold outside, it'll be warm inside. Mike O'Brien, your getaway guy. Let me take you to the Buffalo and Erie County Botanical Gardens. Look for the getaway guy now on Facebook.
And we are back on DIScontent is our content. Yeah. Listener questions.
Okay.
You want them? We got them. There's our hotline number. It's 585-431-6739. You will have a question for Scotty Bender, or the big guy, or you want to leave a text message or complaints, I guess.
Or if you want to place a bet.
Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just kidding.
All right, let's go to the question from a anonymous voicemail.
Okay.
Hey guys, loved the first show. Bender, you were great. Scotty, question for you, just wondering, where were you on January 6th?
Where was I? When?
January 6th is what the caller said.
January 6th. That sounds very familiar. January 6th.
Yeah.
What
so
happened January
famous
6th?
Date.
I know. I'm trying to remember. January 6th.
Yeah. Something happened on that date.
Where was I January 6th? I don't know.
Do you have any
January 6th.
memorable photos or videos from that day?
No. Just got a gavel.
Gavel?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was January 6th.
No?
I don't recall. January 6th.
Yeah. That's a good answer. Not sure it will hold up in court, but
No, I'm going to plead the fifth on that one. January 6th. No. I know something happened that day.
All right. So, whereabouts unknown.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know where I was.
Somebody don't call 911.
No,
As we say
do
here
not call
on the
911.
show.
No.
That's what we say. Coming up next, trending topics. We have Scotty Bender talking local journalism at its end. Could it be?
Well, so local journalism. Again, I am a student of, not newscasting or broadcasting, but, just being involved in television, I, take an extra look at things. And I just remember when I say growing up as a kid, but local journalism just used to be so much more friendly, user friendly. It was just about articles that were local, and it just more in depth about what was going on, again, in the community, more just journalism. Nowadays, it just seems like they're just repeating what's on the, I'll call it the legacy media. They're just repeating what's going on nationally. And then anything that they do, want to spotlight, it's just ads. They're just people paying to play, to be on TV. All these remotes are, we're over here today at such and such. They're not doing it out of the goodness of their heart. They're doing it, because they're getting paid. And I just don't feel like I don't know who watches local news anymore outside of the weather. To be honest with you, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and bash local my market. I'm not impressed with it, but a lot of it's just I watch it. It's just it's the same stuff they're repeating on the big news stations. There's nothing like about it that makes me want to watch it locally. So I think that they really need to come back in, especially without things after this election with the media scrutiny that came under fire on the left and the right. And I'd just like to see local news go back to its basics and just really dive into the community, get into the fabric of, where they are and report on news. Again, it's just always crime. That's another thing. It's always crime, news ads, and what's on national news. And half the time they don't even talk about it. They just scroll it along the bottom line of the news channel. So, gone are the days, like Don Alhart. I mean, God rest his soul. The guy who was in this market for 50 years.
He's not dead.
No.
Okay.
But I meant
you said God rest his soul.
Oh, I meant just in the fact that he did this. No, Don Alhart's alive and kicking. I actually had the pleasure of meeting Don Alhart's a local legend here in Rochester, and I got to meet him at one of our baseball games this year, Rochester Red Wings. So great guy, but it's just those are the days are gone when news was news. They just brought you the news. It was non-biased, and it was a good feeling. When you watch the news these days, it's this car got stolen, this happened. There's nothing good to watch. It just makes you feel worse. And I could get that from the national TV stations if I want. I'd like to be able to watch my local station and see some things that are going on good. And again, they do that, but the majority of the news is not directed that way.
Yeah, you're right. The local news is a lot of weather.
Yep.
It's someone on the scene of a crash.
Yep.
A fire, crime, and that takes the place of like actual news gathering. That's become like the standard go-to, and then the rest is just product placement slash, this is a sponsor. Let's go to their store for, constant cut-ins to ask, what kind of muffins you have, and hey, what's the most unique kind of breakfast you serve? Scotty, you could do that.
Absolutely. But you're right, though. They'll have them out somewhere, and it's not just, and the news content is weak, but the people that are doing it are even weaker. And it doesn't. I felt like when I would watch newscasters younger and stuff, I always felt like, oh wow, look at them, they're polished. I had such more respect, and just for the way they did their job, I just felt they were just better at it. Now these days, it's just these kids coming in and they're just not good. I mean, it's just they're coming out of college and they're throwing them in these newscasts. They look like they're 12, and
there's no place to learn because everywhere they go, they're doing the same thing. They're doing car crashes or the product placement, sponsored bits.
Yeah.
Where are they learning actual news?
They're
not here.
No. It's like there's no creativity anymore. You could take the same person and put them in any market because regardless, you should adapt to the market, but the market's going to be the same thing. Like you said, weather, crime, product placement, and a high level recap of local, national news. There you go.
Speaking of disrupting the industry, my trending topic today is about, it's really just a buzzword, isn't it? Disrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Disrupting the industry, you hear it all the time, and sometimes most of the time it's just really annoying. The latest and perhaps the worst of all, a company, not going to bother naming them, not going to bother naming the 4 tech bros behind it, but I will talk about what their plan is. Their plan is to form a company that is going to have AI write books. Oh. And they're going to release these books on Amazon, and they're going to release 8,000 books a year to disrupt the industry. That's 8,000 AI written books to disrupt the industry. That's going to tank the industry. No one wants these books. No one's asking for these books. And there are actual writers out there trying to sell their books who are going to get lost in this shuffle. If you go to Amazon right now, it's already flooded with AI. It's actually pretty despicable. Let's say you search a favorite subject of yours. Mm-hmm. Let's say you want a biography on Andre the Giant.
Okay.
Let's just say you're fascinated by him.
And who wouldn't be?
Of course.
Yeah, Andre the Giant stories. Oh, you could sit and listen to them for days.
There might be 100 AI books right now on him.
Wow.
And they're all garbage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone online posted an example of an AI book, and the foreword, that section of a book that sets it up. They showed that first page of the foreword. The literal first paragraph in this book that is printed started with, "This foreword is your section where you can describe what happens in the book." This is what was printed. It was like the prompt was left in.
Oh, God.
This is the quality that they are using to disrupt the industry. And I'm fearful that they are going to destroy what has been around since the beginning of the written word, what we call books.
So I'm going to jump in here, Big Guy. So what would be the reason for the disruption?
Money. They
of
can
course,
sell.
Of course.
Can you imagine? 8,000 bucks. Look. They sell 5 each. That's 40,000 books they sold. At how much? All 20. That's 80. Right. You start doing the math. How much does it cost them to make those books? Nothing. It's AI. They don't have to pay anyone.
Is that the kind of the same line with the writer's strike back? I don't know how long ago it was when the AI was writing scripts and
so AI didn't write scripts, but they were fearful of the day it might happen.
Oh, okay. So same idea to a degree, but
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Yeah, this AI thing, I got to tell you, I'm not 100% versed in it. I'm obviously aware of it. I could tell you that it scares the crap out of me. And maybe, I mean, knowledge is power. I don't have a lot of knowledge on it. I know I'm not going to say where I work, but I'm going to remain nameless. But I know that where I work is a big national company, and AI is definitely we hear about it all the time in emails and there's like webinars on it. It's big. It's going to be big, and it scares me.
It can be a useful tool.
Mm-hmm.
I know this is the second week in a row where I've done something on AI that kind of casts dispersions. But what I'm really trying to say is there are ways it can be useful. It can be a trained tool that can be helpful. But there are always going to be people who are going to try to take advantage.
Of course.
Find ways to make money, and they are going to destroy the quality of life in different ways. AI should not be used to replace things we already have. We have humans who can write and are talented.
Very talented, correct.
We have artists who can draw and are talented. We have filmmakers who can film and are talented. We don't need AI for this.
Correct.
People are desperate to have AI replace them. That's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need AI to develop cures for disease? Maybe
Yeah.
That's a good thing to do. Let's do that instead of write books about Andre the Giant.
Yeah, that is. I mean, full transparency. Was not aware of this. I mean, this is awful. If it gets traction, it's awful. I mean, you're right. The beginning of time, the written word, and think of all the legendary authors and people who write, and it's just to do that. It's funny because, again, not saying names, but I know somebody who I work with that answers emails through AI. He just basically, if someone asks a question, he puts it in AI and then responds back through AI. Is it chatbot? What is it?
ChatGPT.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm not even. I know what it. I've heard of it. I don't know what it is, but he was basically candid at saying he responds to all his emails that way, and I was floored because I didn't understand that. I was like, wow.
Oh, it's everywhere now. I mean, last week we mentioned Google Gemini. It's pretty much all search engines going forward are going to be AI. You're no longer going to have non-AI computer stuff. It's just not going to happen. But for the most part, that is going to be a good thing, right? Mm-hmm. As that technology gets better, that should be good, right? Mm-hmm. It's AI replacing something that was already computer driven, and it's making it better. Fine. Good. All for it. I don't need an AI Scotty Bender, though.
No one does.
No.
Nobody.
Never.
No.
Gosh darn. Son
of a pup. As we always do, everything in society always gets abused. There's not just just so many things were created in this country and throughout years to try to help people and make things better, but it always goes that extra. It always cannot just stop or end with. It just always has to go that extra length, and that extra length always seems to be detrimental. Where you said people always looking to scam, take advantage. That's what's just sad. This could really be useful and helpful, but there's just going to be people that are going to use it to scam people and make money off of it and hurt people. Hey,
and guess what? Hurt people.
Yeah.
Hey, it's that time of the show.
Yes, there he is. Our buddy. We missed him so much. Ivan.
We tell tales of the Impaler. This week, Scotty, we are going to talk about one of our favorite Ivan the Impaler stories. that time in L.A.
Oh, yeah. The California trip. So we've made mention, in the first episode. So the big guy and I used to do a TV show for how many years, Joe? Consistently? Over 10 years?
8, let's say.
Yeah, 8 years. We did a weekly television show called WrestleVision. And Ivan and I were the hosts, and we pretty much just traveled and showed wrestling matches that we commentated, and we interviewed stars from the past, present, future. So anyways, we went to California. We took our show on the road. We went to go visit someone that we knew in California. And
less said, the better. But to cut to the chase,
yes,
here we are on the boardwalk.
Correct.
Right?
Venice.
Yeah.
Venice Beach. Yep. Muscle Beach there. Yep.
And Scotty, while we're there, there's a wino. Now, I say that like there's a lot of homeless people, but this one in particular was the world's greatest wino.
World's greatest wino. Yes.
He had a sign. He would sing a song if you gave him money.
Well, yeah, of course.
So, of course, Ivan not only wanted him to sing, but Ivan wanted to sing with him.
Which got interesting. But I want to point out, Big Guy, before you show the video, what was even great about that visit was that the shirt that Ivan's wearing, the Fred Sanford shirt, was picked at the beach from a vendor, and he threw it on right at the beach. Like, that was not put on the day of. They just grabbed it off the stand and threw it on. So just another great piece of the story. You big dummy.
So there he is. They're singing Ray Charles together. Crowd of people gathered around. It was incredible. And here he is, a lawyer from Buffalo, New York, just having the time of his life, entertaining.
The thing about it was that Ivan would do these kind of things at the drop of a hat. This wasn't the only time he did this. This is just one of his more memorable times that he did this, right, big guy? But this was not uncommon, Ivan, to just like flip a switch. I mean, you could see somebody say, Ivan, go do, and he would just do it. Like, and not like, he would be creative and funny about it. Like, he had a knack to just on the spot be able to turn it on and not only, and make for great TV. And that was great.
He just wasn't held back.
No filter.
Right.
He just would do it.
Other people might be like, I don't know if I could do this in front of people. Ivan was more like, I don't know how I couldn't do this in front of people.
Right. Or how far can I take this?
Yeah.
More.
Right.
And what was great about this was, this guy obviously was down and out on his luck, and I didn't make him look foolish. This wasn't to make this gentleman look foolish.
No.
This was not like making fun of him. This guy had just as good a time with Ivan doing this, because I'm sure this doesn't happen. So
Ivan did the backup vocals.
Yes.
They shook hands at the end.
Yep.
And,
he made it feel human. Like, he made it feel like this was like, we were not, I just want to make it very clear. This was not like, picking on this guy. We weren't like, that was not what happened here. We were just, Ivan just wanted to dance with him, and you had your camera, big guy, and we just got gold, as they would say. This is awesome. And the guy, he enjoyed it after he shook his hand, and it was everyone, the people around were clapping. They loved it.
That is our Ivan tale.
Oh, so many more to come, I'm telling you. I mean, we're just scraping the tip of the iceberg. I mean,
so many great memories. Glad to share them every week. Before we go, Scotty, anything you want to promote?
I'd like to just, again, Bender's Bet House. If you are interested, again, I am taking bets, all games, all sorts of sports, and my lines are very favorable.
I thought we weren't going to promote that.
I thought, no, what do you mean? I thought that's our sponsor.
So, I mean, earlier remember it's not legal?
No, it is legal. That's what I was saying. It is legal. I have a website and everything.
The bet, you can sports bet, but not like
Through me is what you're saying.
no. Do you remember during the break I said at least you don't have a website because then we could get in real trouble?
No, I do have a website.
How do you have a website?
Yeah.
You have a little notebook.
Yeah. But I have a website. Remember, the
What's
notebook.
the website?
What's the website?
Yeah.
Bender's Bet House.
Okay.
Yep.
What?
.org.
.org?
Yeah.
How did you get a .org?
I mean, there should be a Y at the end.
Oh, .orgy?
Yeah.
.orgy?
Yeah. I got
Did you
it.
get .orgy?
Bob Sacramento. You know me. I've talked about him a bunch of times. This guy can get you any website you want. And apparently you kind of have it because I have it.
None of this makes sense, Scotty.
Well, again, it'll make a lot of sense when you come home with big winnings through Bender's Bet House. And again, right here, I got you for $100, big guy. Falcons +9.
Oh, I want to talk to you about that Pacers game, too.
Ooh, okay. I got that right here, too.
Yeah. T-Wolves, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I got the inside track, pal.
No. Just on the down low.
Yep.
Keep it high key. We're taking it back next week.
Yes.
We will have a lot more. Join us then. Keep the calls and text messages coming. Watch us online, YouTube. We are on all your podcast sites, Apple, Spotify, iHeart. We're on TikTok. We're everywhere. Join us.
.org.
Like, subscribe. Orgy. What? No. That's not a...
It's my website.
I don't think that's it's not a thing, Scotty.
You'll start seeing the money come rolling in, pal. Don't you worry. Give it time. It's just starting off. All right.
Yeah. Fans, this content is our content.
Absolutely. God bless America.